We had a long time. Do I have any water in here? Guys, does the scent bubble have any water? What up, Joel? What up, Mike? I'll be right back. Just getting some water. Swear I got the heart of a lion. I don't even know what that is, Mike. Ugh. Where the heck is my charger, bro? Oh. Ugh. It's been a minute, so let's see if we can get a little crowd tonight. Thank you guys for running the likes up. I really appreciate that. Is that on? Cool. Okay, yeah, my camera's working good now. It's on Fragrantica if you want to look it up. I will. I am the King Le Parfum. I grab my not my webcam, gosh. Do I have? Oh. Do I actually have a password to this? I do. Wow. Fragrantica. Swear the heart of a lion. What is it? I am the King Le Parfum. Yeah, it's called Yes, I Am the King Le Parfum. What the heck? Hey, run those likes up if y'all are getting in here. You know it's been a minute since I've been on. Let's make it an occasion. 3 dots here or 3 dots here. Hit the 3 dots and then that'll allow you to hit like on the video. Run the likes up ASAP and it'll make sure we don't have trolls tonight. It's good to see you all, by the way. Hey, Joel, any amount of time you can grace us with your presence is always welcome. Coriander, nutmeg, lavender, iris, violet, sandalwood, frankincense, musk, moss, vetiver. It looks good. Looks like Dior, but let's see if, what do other people say it is? Reminds people of Bleu de Chanel. Okay. Is it a clone? Oh, okay. Yeah. It all makes sense now, Squire. I just picked it up recently because I was looking for a nice everyday wear. Isn't that what we're all looking for? Gotcha. Well, they say it smells like Bleu de Chanel, so enjoy. Everybody needs some Bleu de Chanel in their life. There was a fragrance I was smelling the other day. I'm not sure if it's close by here. Do I have it close? Do I have it close on the shelf? I don't even know where I placed it, but it smelled like Bleu de Chanel, and it was a very retro fragrance. Royal Cope. Let me get some test strips. Wish me well. I've got stuff in places where it should not be. What was right here? That's the question. I got vintage on designer shelves. I got niche on designer. Where the heck? We could probably go here. Okay. That's going to have to be good enough for right now. You guys want to get closer? There you go. Good. Slightly darker. Okay. Happy Thanksgiving, absolutely. What do you guys, when you go into Thanksgiving, tell me if you thought of a fragrance you're going to wear, and tell me what's your favorite item to eat during Thanksgiving. What up, Kicks? What up, Kicketh? Yo, your name is in Old King James Version will be Kicketh Griffith. Or wait, no, wait. No. Kicketh. Kicketh Griffith. Okay, see, now this is really starting to come together. I see a lot of my vintage is macerating. What up, Flavio? Nice. The wrong time. We having dog fights. And now it's all right. Yeah, you just can't. I mean, it's just so classic. Wow. Kicketh Griffithy. Mr. Kicketh Griffithy. Wiley Parfum. What up, David? What's poppin'? Yes, immediately thought of Bugatti Amber Dynamic Move, and my favorite is probably stuffing. Okay. Stuffing and dressing. Yo, people be really loving like stuffing just by itself. Not saying you don't eat it with something, but I've heard people say that like a lot. Like, yo, what's your favorite thing about Thanksgiving? Yo, the stuffing. That's crazy. The stuffing? All right, I see y'all out here. I see y'all out here stuffing it up. Pause. Where is my pot? Where is my chamber pot? Where was my chamber? Can I get mod? Hell no. Add a Q&A sticker, something you're looking forward to this week. Try it. Oh, a Q&A sticker, something you're looking forward to this week. What does that even mean? Hot take turkey is just hot take turkey is just salty chicken. Here's a hot take. Turkey is just salty chicken. I don't know where you read that. Stuffing / cranberry sauce. Yo, why is everybody naming the Thanksgiving toppings? Where is just, yo, pie, the turkey, the ham? Like, give me a noun. Y'all are hitting me with yo, my favorite thing about Thanksgiving is the barbecue sauce. What? Y'all are crazy. Here, Prod. Here's your mod, buddy. Fish turkey, crazy work. Fish turkey is crazy. I don't mind stovetop stuffing. You can't not mind. You can't mind stovetops. Like, if you grew up how I grew up, you better be glad stovetop stuffing's even on the menu. It's like, yo, here's a good question. What meal from your childhood is something that you should never even eat today as a grown man or a young man? Like, sorry, what cheap, like, a meal that would seem gross to anybody else did you eat as a child that you would still eat today, or that you do still eat today? Chicken nuggets, okay. What else? See, for me, it was macaroni and cheese and pork and beans. That was a dinner. So, like, there was times, you ever had like cut up hot dogs? You take a hot dog, you fry it in little slices, and then you eat that with macaroni and cheese and pork and beans. That was definitely a meal I was going crazy on, and from time to time, my mom will still whip that up without the hot dog. Center of the day, Eros EDT with Eros oil. I'm looking forward to the rib roast. Okay. I see you, Johnny A, and I like that Eros EDT and Eros oil. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Most of the stuff we ate as kids sucks now. Yeah. There were so many meals, like, I was looking back at my health, and I have a lot of, like, we try to get healthy for like a week and wonder why, like, it's so difficult. Like, I went on a crazy fast in 2025 where I fasted for like 2 months, and 1 week of that I didn't eat anything. So I went 8 weeks, 2 meals, 2 weeks, 1 meal, 1 week, no meal. And, a lot of people look at that and go like, wow, that's crazy. But it really isn't. Like, when I look back on my life, there were times where for years straight, I was eating waffles, butter, powdered sugar, and syrup every day before school. Pop-Tarts every day before school. Bacon, eggs, sausage, cheese, grits every day. Like, we ate so bad for so many years. Even if we went on a crazy diet for 2 years, it would be a drop in the bucket. We gotta like have a 10-year run of health to counteract what we did as kids. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, that's a fact. When you're broke, you got to improvise. But like, for me, no part of me should be eating Kraft mac and cheese and pork and beans out the can, but I will still eat that today and think it's fire. Matter of fact, when I was a kid, one of my meals that my mom used to make us was chili dogs. Like, if she didn't have time to cook because she had 3 jobs, if she did not have time to cook and she wanted us to feel like we had a meal, chili dogs was like fire, and everything was out the can. Bag of hot dogs, fry it a little bit, make it seem like it was on the grill. She'd, take out some Hormel chili, heat it up on the stove like it didn't come out the can, and then we'd have macaroni and cheese and pork and beans. But what I started doing, because I got so used to having that meal, is I would take my pork and beans and macaroni and cheese and I would put that on top of the chili that was on the chili dog. Bro, I was so fat, dude. Oh my gosh. I look back and I'm like, yo, that was crazy. Yeah, waffles is live. Yeah. Listen, listen, man. When you look at, and I didn't used to eat like waffles, like 1, 2 waffles. Like your boy, when you get the waffles, they come in an 8-pack, right? And I used to play around with it like they'd have home style, buttermilk, thick stack. You know how they come with 4 on each side? Your boy used to crack it open and put 4 waffles in the toaster and eat 4 every morning. Tall glass of milk. Like, dude, I should have died by the time I was 19. Like, I can't even imagine. My heart was sitting at the altar of God, like burning off sacrifices, like, please, God, get this dude off the cliff. I am dying right now. Your dad would make you cereal, but with heavy whipping cream instead of milk so that it was so good, but it was so... That's disgusting, Mike. Yo, Mike, that's disgusting. Shame on your dad. Frosted Flakes with spoonfuls of extra... Oh, my gosh. Yo, how crazy is that? See, this is how fat we really are at heart. Tell me why the sugar craze started with original Cheerios, right? If you ate regular Cheerios, you would sprinkle sugar in them so the sugar would sink down to the bottom. And since Cheerios were plain, you scoop up the Cheerios, catch a little bit of sugar, and sugar up the plain Cheerios, right? That's how I grew up, even being introduced to the idea of putting sugar in your cereal. Bro, Frosted Flakes is soaked in sugar water. Tell me why we still, as kids, put sugar with the Frosted Flakes. Like, dude. Yo, why? It's already crazy sweet. Yo, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, though, I don't care what any of you guys say. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, without a doubt, was my favorite cereal. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I didn't care if it was the cheap kind, cinnamon squares, whatever, or actual Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It all hit. Cinnamon Toast Crunch was my favorite cereal. Restaurant once a month for us when I was young was McDonald's. Hey, listen, Joel, you want to know a crazy story? My ex-stepfather was such a Nazi when it came to fast food that if we went out with my dad for fast food, whatever you ordered, you had to get everything that came with it. So you know how kids will go to the window and be like, Dad, I want a Big Mac. No pickle, no onion. My dad would not allow that. We used to have to drive up, tell him what number we wanted, and we couldn't change anything about the order. So, and almost every sandwich from McDonald's came with pickles and onions and mustard and ketchup on it, right? That's like the standard. So we were terrified. Like, Wendy's, Burger King, it didn't matter. Like, we wouldn't order, or we would just order chicken nuggets. Like, Dad, I just want nuggets. Give me McNuggets or something like that, because he would not let you. The moment you started saying like, Dad, can I get this without, no, man, we ain't trying to get all picky in this. I got to tell them the order. We got 5 boys in the car. Like, it was crazy, dude. So immediately I stopped eating fast food. My dad made me stop eating fast food. 4 stack is wild. Yeah, bro. Let me tell you how crazy it was, Bree. So this is what I would do. And I look back and I'm like, yo, I need to be healthy for like a decade before I see some changes. I need to go on like a fast for 10 years straight. My butt would take half the waffles out of the bag, right? I would wait. I was patient, bro. I would put 2 waffles in, right? And then when those 2 waffles got done and it had to come out just crispy, I'd take the 2 waffles out, put the 2 new waffles in, and with that time, I had like 2 minutes left to, while the fresh waffles were hot, I'd hit every square with butter, every square. And if you hit it fast enough, after about 60 seconds, all the butter would be melted. So you'd have little square pockets of liquid butter. And then I would take white powdered sugar, sprinkle it across the top, and it would soak into the butter and harden. So you'd have these little creamy butter powdered sugar clusters in each square. And I would have to do that fast enough to where when the second round of waffles came out, I could hit that with the same batch. And then I wouldn't stack them. I would lay them all out 4 square style on the plate. And then right when I did that, then I'd hit it with a thin glaze of freaking Mrs. Buttersworth. Just a thin little Miss Buttersworth on top. Yo, let me tell you something. Bro, and the sick part isn't even that I ate that. The sick part is that I ate that every day. Monday through Friday. Every single... Now, mind you, the only thing that probably saved me was I played quarterback on my football team. I was in the starting 5 of my basketball team in high school. I played during the year sports, ran track, quarterback for football. From 3 p.m. on, after school, I was in sports, travel ball, intramural, school sports. So I was always crazy active. So that's probably the only thing that saved me from being a diabetic or, high cholesterol or heart failure or something like that. But yeah, it was crazy. My waffle routine was something vicious. What up, Shamil? What up, Beard? Cornflakes, had to add the sugar. Yeah, see, but the problem is you get so fat, you start putting sugar with stuff that already got sugar. See, when I came up, Cheerios, putting sugar on top of your Cheerios, letting it sink to the bottom, that wasn't foul. So if you had a regular cornflakes, putting the sugar on the top wasn't foul. You were eating cornflakes. But then when you start doing it with the Frosted Flakes, that's out of bounds. That's out of pocket. Putting sugar in Frosted Flakes is insane. It really is. But you know what's insane? Here's what's insane, Wise. What's insane is everything we ate for breakfast. Think about this. How many of you guys ate waffles? And the waffles is straight. The processed waffles is crazy. Everything you put on the waffle is terrible for you. How many of y'all ate Pop-Tarts? How many of us ate sugar cereal? Right? How many of us, bro, toaster strudels? Like, come on, bro. Toaster strudels? That was like a luxury. You get a toaster strudel and you get to go in with the frosting? Bro. What else? Like, every breakfast food was terrible. The only thing that wasn't crazy terrible is when my mom would just make bacon and eggs. But my mom never made just bacon and eggs. You get the pancakes. You might get crepes. Bro, you might get crepes. You might get bacon and eggs was just, that was like the opening statement. Then you might get hit with pancakes. And my mom used to make the pancakes the Mrs. Buttersmilk so thick, bro. Like you put two pancakes, it looks like you got a four stack. Like them joints was just had booty on them. Pancakes, crepes, waffles, and then obviously sausage and bacon is the worst animal in the world to eat. You know, next to a scrimp. You know what I mean? Like, yo, this is crazy. Man, I would load syrup in my Cheerios. Oh my gosh. Bro, syrup in the Cheerios is diabolical. And then you're that young, so you're like trying stuff. Sandwich actually made me, yeah, for sure. Riff's Drift. I haven't tried Riff Drift. Carol, yeah, syrup and Cheerios is nutty. But see, that means you was bored. You started experimenting. You like, man, I eat waffles every day. You start trying stuff like you put the toast in and then the toast come out and you try doing some dumb stuff like, yo, I'm gonna try. You start getting on your Gordon Ramsay. I'm gonna do peanut butter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the waffles out, right? Then I'm gonna put the peanut butter and that's gonna melt, see, and it's gonna be creamy. You're gonna have that shine on the top, right? And then I'm gonna hit it with like 4 raisins. And then I'm gonna take out Miss Butterworth, right? Hit that around the raisins. And then you need color, right? Because it's all dark. So I'm gonna hit it with white powdered sugar through the filter. So I'm gonna shake it and it's gonna look like snow. See, what messed it up is as a kid when you had ants on a log. That messed it all up because that ignited the creativity, right? So now you're thinking, okay, celery, peanut butter, raisins. Then you evolve to like crackers and cheese with the whole Lunchables, right? So now you think you can make pizza now. And then you start going you start going home and start doing some dumb stuff like I'm gonna sprinkle the Doritos on the ham and cheese, but then I'm gonna toast it. Yo, I gotta stop. I gotta catch up with the chat, bro. Yes, a whole scientific method to getting diabetes. What's poppin', Vinny? Good to see you. That's a fact, Bree. Yes. Like, and see, well, I don't know, like really, I know God was in my life because somehow I was able to play sports through college. I was able to get into calisthenics. I was able to box. I was able to play football. I was able to play basketball at a high level. My team was undefeated in high school. I was able to, I traveled because I was doing music. So I'm at all the pep rallies doing the music. I'm at the open mics because I'm rapping at the time. So I'm trying to get my name up. So I'm playing sports, I'm rapping, I'm driving all across town. I'm driving from Phoenix to Tucson every week to see the fam and then go back to U of A. Like I don't know how like I should have passed out and drove off the road. And not only that, but I grew up with asthma and allergies. And I was just doing my body filthy. And like, you know, in high school and in college, like I was the type of dude in high school to I had 0 hour. So I dang near would get out of school at noon and I would just hop in the whip and go straight to Taco Bell. And I would do Taco Bell and Del Taco filthy. Bro, when I was wildin', there were times with my boy, rest in peace, my boy Cujo. I actually was just at his funeral this year. That was one of my best friends. Um, me and Cujo used to go. It used to be like 2, 3 in the morning. and we used to drive over to Del Taco and get the family pack. Like, yeah, like SB would go me and Cujo, just us. No one was with us. We used to order the family pack. So the family pack at Del Taco was 20 tacos. 20 soft shell tacos. You used to be able to get 10 soft shell, 10 hard shell, something crazy like that. We'd be like, yo, all soft shell, 20 soft shell. I'd eat 10. Cujo would eat 10 Del Scorcho. And then we was drinking. So we was drinking. Yo, see, I can't even, I can't even monetize that. It was just crazy. I feel like the kids just found out about Carol syrup. God forbid yeah, God forbid. That's a fact. I was a fat kid. I couldn't leave the dining table until I finished. See, that's the problem. I should have been fat. If I was fat, I would have had a daily reminder to chill. But playing all those sports, I'm sick. I'm growing up. See, I've been 6'2" since I was 13 years old. I was 6'2" at 13. So then by the time I got into high school, college, I'm like 180. So in high school, I was a $180, 6'2", just lifting weights all day, every day, playing sports. So I didn't realize, And then when I got in college, it turned all the way up because now I'm taking protein powder and I'm lifting now in the morning and at night because my student housing had a apartment building had a gym. So I'm in the gym in the morning and at night, and I'm taking protein and I'm thinking I know what health is. I'm blocking up my kidneys. But, I gained weight. I went from a $180. I was like 208, shredded. Like one of these days I'll turn my computer on and we'll look at old SB 20 years ago. It'll be crazy. You guys will be like, there's no way you ate like that, looking like that. I didn't get punished until college. I got punished though, because I had to go to the hospital because my kidneys weren't filtering all that protein and fillers. Like protein powder is so unnecessary for muscle mass. It killed me. It really killed me. And so did my diet at that time. It put me one hospital visit and 1 week later, I went from like 208 to like 178. Completely reversed all my progress. It was bad. Okay, let me catch up in the chat. I'd always get mini donuts will kill you, Mike. You want to know how? Here's a question. If you had to estimate a number, how many mini donuts do you think you've eaten? And that's powdered, that's original plain, and that's the crumble cake. They call it different stuff. Sometimes it's brown crumble, sometimes it's like a coconut flake crumble. How many mini donuts do you think you've eaten in your lifetime? Sound off in the chat. I grew up in southern Wisconsin. My high school breakfasts were restaurant. Sergio, don't. Your high school breakfast was 3-star Michelin. All fresh. You sound like a real fat kid, bro. Sergio. Yo, I would have said that too. Yo, son. Yo, my high school cafeteria lady was 3-star Michelin. What's up, dude? Are you done with the movie?
No. Well, I saw a scary part.
Chunk with the tooth? See, come here, Miles. Where's your shirt? Here, you got to show them your back. See, let me show y'all why this is what I looked like in high school. You see this little string bean? I was built like this in high school. So I was able to get away with murder. What was the scary part?
When the short kid like
he's watching Goonies right now. Come here.
When he broke through the thing and then there's a ton of skeletons around him.
Bro, you ain't even scared. Stop playing.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, you're scared of skeletons?
No, like there's like a ton.
Dude, keep watching. You're about to find out if they find the treasure. Stop, dude, stop playing, man. I watched that movie 48 times when I was your age.
Playing.
Go watch that. I'm gonna be in there when it ends.
I'm gonna tell you when, like, there's the last 10 minutes, okay?
Okay.
And then you come in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream, bro. Listen, I don't care about my stream, man.
I'm gonna
Go watch it, man. Stop being scared. He's watching the Goonies right now. He said crepes. Bro, stop. Bro, stop. Do you have Stronger With You Intensely? I have it in a sample. Stronger With You Intensely is not my tea. I don't think it's a bad fragrance. It's just when you talk about nutty, spiced, ambery sweetness, I got that covered. And once you start moving to fragrances like Trace Oros, or Wajan, you Stronger With You Intensely will start. Again, it's a great fragrance. Women love it on a man, but I have that nutty cinnamon sweet romantic evening vibe straight. What do you think about Blue Talisman? Blue Talisman is phenomenal. I think a lot of people, if you're not broke and you've acquired this, you love it. If you're broke, then you smell this and your mind's going to start to play tricks on you because you're going to try and think of a way to say, is this worth the money? Here's the thing with fragrances. A lot of times with fragrances, guys, we want to smell the test strip, right? And even the skin. And we want magic. We want sparks to fly. Okay? So we want to go into the fragrance and from the moment we smell it in the first 30 seconds to a minute, we want sparks to fly. And sometimes fragrances don't punch like that. Like fragrances transition, they change, they don't scream. And once you start to have a lot of fragrances, you'll start to see that there's different frequencies. Like some fragrances scream, some fragrances have like a soft yell, some fragrances just create a scent bubble. They don't sillage at all. And depending on what your lifestyle looks like will depend on what you start to look for. Because, like, I'll give you an example. If I'm wearing Trace Oros, this is a romantic fragrance that can go date night, evening, or whatever, right? Just sexy, syrupy seduction. But so if I'm walking into a room, any room I walk into will smell like Trace Oros after I leave. But if I'm doing Netflix and chill with wifey, I'm not really gonna put Trace Oros on. Somebody could be like, well, yo, SB, just put one spray. It's still overkill. So then a practical part of your journey is going to be, yo, I need a romantic scent that doesn't scream. And then that's when you might pivot to something like, yo, where's my fragrance, bro? Then you might pivot to a By Killian Straight to Heaven, where you'd be lucky to get 3-4 hours out of this scent. And it's very close proximity, intimate quarters. This, no matter how hard you spray this, you're sexy, but it's a scent bubble, soft kill. It still has crazy draw romantically, but you wouldn't wear this going to a ballroom or a gala or even just taking your girl out to Dave & Buster's, because you only gonna smell good when she's in your jacket. You know, the elements are gonna eat this up alive. So you have a different need. So if you don't find yourself, if you're the kind of guy, you're a single bachelor who always goes out, maybe you might be attracted to boombastic, crazy sillage, monstrous scents. And so your scents reflect that. You got a Wajan, you got a Trace Oros, you got a Coromandel, you wear a Nishane Ani, like you wear stuff that's explosive, right? So my point being is, like, with Blue Talisman, there's Blue Talisman has a couple of things going for it and a couple things not going for it. The good news is that if you spend enough time with it, it actually does last a long time. It can hit 6 to 8 hours just with ease. But the problem is it's not going to be a bombastic 6 to 8 hours. It's going to be about a 2-foot scent bubble, no sillage. Just whenever people are in your vicinity, it's a quiet kill, beautiful blue. The infamous pear note. It's a fragrance that, quite honestly, you could probably go nose blind to. So you may be led to think, man, this fragrance only lasts 2-3 hours. And it's because it's an easy scent to go nose blind to. And you might trick yourself into believing that the performance is terrible, but it's actually good. That might improve with the fact that Ex Nihilo recently, a couple months ago, just released Blue Talisman Extrait. So maybe with the addition of the vanillin in the base to increase the performance, no one will think that, because Blue Talisman is easily top 10 best blues of all time. And in my opinion, top 5 dead or alive best blues of all time. And so I think it's phenomenal. But for people that are broke, meaning it's not regular business for you to spend more than $150 for a fragrance, like that's a special occasion for you. There's other DNAs that will be more bombastic and more explosive for you that, you know, maybe when people go to spend that dollar, they want something that, you know, Michael Jackson's going to come out and do the slant and then moonwalk. Like, maybe that's you. But Blue Talisman is a great close proximity, 2-foot scent bubble, unique scent. There's not a lot of blues that smell remotely close to it at all. It doesn't have a ton of alternatives. Now, here's the negative side. The negative side is that there are a lot of clones, you know, that actually are being rated well and that are being hyped by the community. So you have your Taj 2, you have your Art of the Universe, and they're making those as much as they're trying to compete with Pacific Chill right now with the Rare Reef and all in the electric, the blue, the Tarathi Blue Electrique and all that. So the sad part is like right when they come out with Blue Talisman Extrait, FragCom is also dropping tons of clones of it, of the original. So who knows what the fate of that fragrance is, but I think it's amazing. I think nobody owns Blue Talisman in their collection and ever sells it. Hopefully that makes sense. If you own Blue Talisman, it's any season, any reason. You can wear it a lot. You can feel expensive. And you'll have a good time with it. We go wild for breakfast. Scent Bubble, you are legit. Thank you. You said you would wear a La Ligue jersey. I did say that. I would. You're an alcoholic. Bro, listen. The last time, matter of fact, my fragrance journey is so transparent that you guys saw the last time I drank. The last time I drank was like a month or 2 ago. Y'all saw me with the wine. In fact, I'm dropping clips on my shorts now that have clips from that night. And that was the first time I had touched alcohol in years. Like, I drank a lot as a kid in high school and in college, and then completely quit. Like when I was 21, 22, I was done with alcohol completely. Doesn't mean I don't, like, you know, if I was out getting pizza or out with people, have a beer or something, that's different. But it was also really rare because a lot of people that I hang with don't even drink beer casually like that. But, you know, put it this way. I just threw out alcohol in my second fridge in my garage because I had a full fifth of 2/5 of vodka and like 4 bottles of wine that were sitting in that freezer for years. So if I drank today, one sip, like, you know how they used to put it on the baby's gums to help them sleep, a little on my gums and I would be asleep. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Santana. Scent of the day, Armoff Checkmate King. Beautiful. I when I was, and by the way, I gotta go soon, guys, because my son's almost done with the Goonies. We'll see. I am gonna catch up on chat though. When I was testing different energy drinks while eating pixie sticks, I'm surprised my heart didn't explode. That's a fact. I mean, guys, here's another question: how much sour candy did you eat? How many gummy bears? How many gummy worms? How many how many raisinets did you eat at the movies? Like how much butter did you put on your popcorn? Like, bro, we were savages. How much cheesy popcorn did we eat? How much caramel corn did we eat? Like, are you serious? That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Love it. Reminiscent of fat times. I would eat 2 Big Mac meals easy, but I played basketball. That's
About
hilarious.
15 minutes, Dad.
Okay, I'll be in there in 3 minutes.
It's good.
Okay.
One thing I'll tell you though, I've watched this movie before.
No, you haven't.
I just realized it.
No, bro. You haven't.
I know that guy with the weird face. I recognize him.
You might have seen him in a different show.
What show?
But I know you ain't seen Goonies because I wouldn't let you. Yo, go watch it. I'm going to be in there in 3 minutes. Get your butt in bed anyway. You're lucky I'm letting you stay up. Have you tried that Assad elixir? No, not yet. I was so fat as a kid. I was 165.6. I didn't shape up till like freshman year of high school. Yep. GH3. What up, GH3? On the topic of fragrance openings, what do y'all look for? And I'm so sorry I'm behind in the chat. You know what happens when I get going. On the topic of fragrance openings, what do y'all look for? As an example, I'm looking for something I've never smelled before. And after that, I'm hoping it performs. That's crazy, Bree. Bree, that's crazy. You sound like a true woman. Give me something I ain't never seen before and make it last forever. Yo, Bree is crazy. Yo, that is crazy. My wife would say something like that. I just want something I never smelled before, and like it's gotta last forever. I never go into fragrances with expectations, but I smell a lot of stuff. Like I don't look for a problem with my collection. Does that make sense? Like I don't look and I'm like, what season am I missing? What occasion am I missing? I just let life happen and run into a scenario where there's a hole and I'll take note of it and maybe I might run into something that fulfills that. Like right now, if I can show you guys this, here's some of the upcoming samples, and this is just one pocket. You guys see all this stuff laying on the table? This is the sample lineup, discovery set for the other, and then I got more right? Like, and that's just that side. Like, don't even make me peek and hit the other shelves, so yeah, I don't really have expectations with the opening. Like when I try scents, I try to have an open mind. And certain opinions that I have about fragrance, like initially, tend to change the more fragrances I smell and the more time I spend with the fragrance. But really, I'm not looking for anything in particular. I am at the will of the fragrances. I know that sounds like really poetic or whatever, but I'm just basically saying, because I'm sampling everything before I'm buying it, it's like dating, right? Like if you're dating somebody, you know that the chances of you expecting them to be your spouse is super low, right? Like What's the probability that you like somebody, you go out with them, you think they're going to be your husband or you know what I'm saying? Like, basically what I'm saying is like, you have to understand how the game goes. What I'm not saying is not that you won't get married. What I'm saying is, you know, that by going into a relationship with somebody, you're taking risk. So in the same way, when I go into my fragrance journey, it's like, bro, there are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of fragrances out there. The idea that I'm just going to get one discovery set and come across something that blows my mind is really low. In fact, that percentage gets lower the more fragrances I try, the more when I come across a discovery set, the bar is set even higher. But I understand that. I understand that great things will be harder to find as I grow in my fragrance journey. And I'm open to the I'm open to the fact that I will have to work hard to find something special. And so I won't complain or be surprised that I smell a lot of stuff that doesn't excite me, because I'm just in it. Again, I'm at the mercy of the fragrances I encounter, and that's a normal part of the process. It's like heartbreak. And that's why I related it to relationships. You can't be the type of person that says, I will never marry somebody because I just keep getting my heart broken. Well, there's heartbreak is the risk of being into a relationship, and you have to go into a relationship knowing there's a high probability your heart will break, and the time and energy you invested in it won't pay off. But it's all perception, because that's a part of the game. You got to go through the no's to get to the yes. But you can also change your perspective where, you didn't take a L, you took a lesson, where you go into every situation grateful to be in a situation, and you try to self-reflect and reflect on the situation, the person you encounter, try to make them better, try to make yourself better, reflect, and use that situation to move with more real estate into the next situation. So that's what I approach my fragrance journey the same way. Like, this is all an experience, and each experience progresses me into a new place of gratitude, a new optimism. And for some people, it might not be that. Like, each step might take you into a downward spiral of, you know what, I'm gonna just have 5 clones and call it. This is it's costing me too much. Or, everybody's got, what do you want to get out of it? But yeah, so when it comes to fragrance openings, Bree, right now in my journey, I'm not looking for anything in particular, but I could definitely talk about a lot of fragrances with a lot of really dope openings that do different stuff. I've probably I've probably eaten like 600 donuts in my life. Hey, I'm gonna catch up on the chat real quick, and then I gotta run out of here. I'm looking for a strong, realistic, sweet winter men's cologne. Realistic, I don't know what you mean by that, but here's a great one. Initio's Absolute Aphrodisiac, one of the dopest vanilla fragrances you're going to come across. Another realistic one is Trace Oros from Day 3. This fragrance is top notes bergamot, mandarin, and pineapple. It has plantain, nice realistic plantain, brown sugar, cinnamon. Um, this is a nice, beautiful, seductive fragrance. Very good. I've gotten the most compliments ever with Trace Oros. Those are bangers for winter. Hey, where do you guys get y'all's best oils to help with performance? Lee, for the sake of everybody else benefiting from that question, can you please copy that question and put it in the comments when I sign off? Best city rhythms, I couldn't tell you, but we're going through a lot of city rhythms right now. Best clone house in your opinion? I mean, there's no particular clone house that I think is a star, but I mean, your Armoffs, your Latafas, your French Avenues, your Arabiat Prestiges, your Zamayas. There's a lot of big hitters in the space right now. Why do citrus oils fade so fast no matter what you do? Because the raw materials for citrus don't last. Compositionally, they fall apart and dissolve the fastest. And so unless you make citrus extremely synthetically, and even then it's still some of the fastest evaporating notes in perfumery, it still won't last very long comparatively to everything else. And that's why a lot of times you'll see bergamot at the top, not because the fragrance actually smells like bergamot, but bergamot has a beautiful job of lifting notes, and it also chemically just works well with a lot of other ingredients from a chemistry standpoint. So it's favorably used because it only is net positive when it comes to making a fragrance. But yeah, citruses will always fade quickly. It's just the chemistry. What is the ETA of the Aventus anthology? I'm excited. Also, my Yum. I'm working on it right now. I'm making visuals for it. That's why it's taken me a while. I would, you know, that video is going to go viral. 100% will, especially my vanilla anthology. So I'm going to wait till the holidays clear out, probably about February. Maybe I'll drop the pineapple power rank on my birthday, February 9th. Don't do me like that. Nah, Bree, no, we love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. Don't even trip. Why does Bulgari Tiger cost that much for citrus? Cause it's one of the best. I mean, listen, man, if you don't want to pay for Tiger, you got tons of options that smell like Tiger. Kajal 3. Kajal 3 you could snatch up right now. I mean, people will tell you Suspiro Vibrato and all that stuff. Nah, bro. Kajal 3, bottle looks crazy, right? You could get Kajal 3 on like olfactory or anywhere, even Joma. You can get Kajal 3 for like $1.15. I think it retails for like $250 or $200, but you could snag it up under $120 any day of the week. Smells better than Tiger. Same DNA, juicier, longer. So you don't have to spend Bulgari money. But I mean, Bulgari Tiger is the truth. I mean, it's one of those fragrances where you don't wear it for you, you wear it for people. People love smelling Bulgari in the air. Like, it's just a fact. Let's see, Sheesh said hi, last name Bree, Mike appreciate it. Homage Outlands or Caden by Oman Luxury. I wouldn't compare those, Green. Have you done the giveaway? I don't know, y'all. Tell them, did I do the giveaway? Hey, bro, hope you're doing good. Levi, I hope you're doing good too, brother. Spice Bomb Extreme is, I got to run through these comments because I got to go catch up with my son. Spice Bomb Extreme is the best fragrance of this century, pound for pound. I don't want to step in your, you know, I don't want to step in your mud puddle. So yeah, Spice Bomb Extreme. Vanilla, Straight 21 and Spiritual. Okay, Miles. Thoughts on the Neshama Caprice? Great fragrance. Great fragrance. I think that's La Nuit de l'Homme clone. I know what it looks like. It's like half like fake chrome, half like blue glass, or whatever. Caprice is nice, especially for the
I
price.
already finished the movie.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
What happened?
They found the pirate ship.
Okay, come here. Come sit with me while I finish these questions, and then we'll roll out. You and me, maybe we'll play some Fortnite or something.
Really?
Probably not, but we'll figure out something to do together. Burberry Hero Perfume, give me your review. Are you talking about the new Burberry Hero? I mean, not really new, but dropped like beginning 2025 or late 2024. What are you wearing for Turkey Day? You know, I could find something brand new and original. I could do something brand new and No. I'm turning the camera off right now. My normal Turkey Day special is Tom Ford Oud Wood layered with Gris Charnel. That is like a Turkey Day hitter. And if you need clones for it, you can go like Woody Oud with Liam Gray. That is a Turkey Day killer. But I don't know. Maybe I'll mix it up this year because last year and this year I have insanely more fragrances. So I'm a marinate on it and we'll see. Burberry Hero. Yeah, so Varsh, just go to my channel under the video section and search that fragrance. I already did a review on it. Bleu de Chanel EDP or Allure Sport Extreme? Neither. Do Allure Edition Blanche is better than both of those.
Burn up peanut from House of...
Hold on. Thank you for your Hedonistic Straight review. It's my signature scent now. Hey, I got Hedonistic Straight. Hedonistic Straight is fine. Speaking of Tiger, Hedonistic Straight smells like Tiger as well, but it's more Tygar is more of a scream. It's ah. And hedonist is the Tygar DNA more cigar wrapped, like not tobacco, but meaning it's like a smooth criminal Tygar. It's got a not a it doesn't scream, but it's got great sillage. Like it just it's nice. It's like the mature brother. You know what I'm saying? What do you see yourself doing in a collab with Brian's Fragrances? I don't know. See, guys, the channel's growing so much and the attention is getting so crazy that like I'm not, I don't, again, I don't want to say it like this, but like, I'm not chasing, and it's not like some type of bad energy or something. It's literally not possible.
He
I,
typed in that.
I can't, chase people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I let people know I support them, you know, at least the ones that I actually do and rock with. And I hit up for, I hit people up. I'm like, yo, let's collab. You know, and then once I kind of throw it in the air, I'll entertain it for like a week, and then I just kind of move on, just because I have a lot of relationships with people in the fragcom. So it's like if it's not a two-way street, I got plenty of people that it's like that with. So I just always have something to do. So I just don't have the time to kind of like, you know, poke at collabs all the time. So with Brian, you know, I hit Brian up many times. He knows we could do a collab, but he don't hit my line. So, you know, he's either busy or not interested. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Best woody perfume, please recommend me under $100. Woody under $100. Best woody? There's no best woody, bro. When you get into woods, that's like 50-60% of perfumery. Honestly, go to Burlington and just go get you like Bentley Absolute. Call it a day. I don't think your question is specific enough to warrant like a woody hitter. Go start with Bentley Absolute or anything from the Bentley line with woods in it, and you'll be straight. What would you compare Outlands to? You guys need to wait until I drop my Outlands review. I can't say phase. Tarathi Blue close to Tygar. Yes, Tarathi Blue is amazingly good for its money. If you have niche fragrances in your collection, you should just be getting like a Kajal 3, like something more mid-tier, like actually pay the money and stop being cheap. But yeah, if you're a cheapie and you're broke and you have cheapy fragrances, then yes, Tarathi Blue is going to be one of your best fragrances in your collection, but not if you have designers and niche fragrances. You should not be moving backwards. Have you tried Rayhan Terra? I have. Review on that coming soon. Okay, guys, like, comment, subscribe. More importantly, turn on that notification bell. If there was a question you asked tonight that I didn't address, put it in the comment section below. I'll answer it within a 12-hour period. You guys know I'm good for it. Talk to me. I do talk back. I just want to come on and say what up to the people. I'm going to go be a super dad and spend time with my boy. And maybe I'll go live. Ain't nobody going to be on for Turkey Day. Maybe I'll go live.
What's Turkey Day?
Tomorrow, Thanksgiving. And then maybe I'll go live Friday. We'll go live Friday night or Saturday night.
What is that?
Love y'all, man. I'll catch y'all later. Be blessed.